everyone, welcome back. My name is Omomi, aka Mo Heavens, and I welcome you to this broadcast. Now, I know it's been a while, but I've been busy sorting different things out, and I'm so glad that I'm here again. Now, today I will be sharing yet another story about staying true to oneself. Just be true to yourself. Now, I understand there is the place for faith. Also, we need to be careful not to tempt God in the bid of having faith. Whatever it is you're pursuing, are you actually pursuing it just for self gratification, or you're really into whatever it is you're pursuing? Okay, so my little story is about when I was in the junior secondary school. Yeah, I remember. I know I always share stories about my secondary school days. Yeah, those were my formative years, and it's different things happened that when I think about them today, I just wonder, how did I do that? I was just so funny then, But well, let's just get into the story. Now, when in my own time, I don't know how it works now. You're in the JSS class, and then you're trying to get into the SS class, and SS meaning JSS meaning junior secondary school, SS meaning senior secondary school. Now, at this point, you either choose to go into the science class, the commercial class, or the art class. And at this period, it was very prestigious to be a science student. It was, you guys were like the doctors, the engineers, the scientists of tomorrow. And then when you go to the lab, you wear your white coats, and it was just prestigious. And I think it was just that I knew in my heart of hearts that I wasn't really someone for the numbers. It wasn't my thing. But then I thought it was prestigious, it was good, I could just do it, even though I knew it wasn't my thing. Anyways, I got into the science class. Now, I need to tell you that at this point in my school, there were three in the SS1 class. Now, you were grouped according to your intellect, so to say. So SS1A were like the very brilliant ones, SS1B were like the intermediate ones, and SS1C were like the let's just see. And I ended up being in SS1C because really I wasn't really. Anyways, I was in SS1C, and then we started. Okay, we're introduced, because even from time I knew I didn't really like mathematics. It was like I tried everything I could to like it, but I just didn't like it. It was just difficult, plain difficult. And every time I tried to concentrate, and it gave me a serious headache, but still I was like, I'll go to science class. Can you beat that? Anyways, I got into SS1, and the academic year started. It was difficult. There was chemistry, there was physics, there was mathematics, there was further maths, there was all the science subjects to deal with. And God, how I managed to pass till today, I still do not understand. In fact, my class then, even the class captain failed. It was that bad. Of course, we were in the strongest link because we were SS1C. We were like the weakest of the links, and we were all packed together in that same class. So anyways, me till today, it is one of the miracles of God that I would always testify to, because really I didn't even know how I passed. Anyways, I passed. And during the long holidays, moving on to SS, I knew that if I should try to go to SS2 as a science student, it was the beginning of my doom. I just knew. So God had scaled me through SS1. It was enough. I know my level now. I cannot carry on. And so it was at this point I started during the long holidays. I didn't even bother to go to science class, because even in my private tutorial, then when I go to tutorials privately, and I was doing sciences, I didn't understand anything, but I was just there. Anyways, so at this long holiday, moving on to SS2, I stopped going to for sciences. I joined the art class, because again, the art class we're reading, The Gods Are Not to Blame, them, you know, those literature books, you know, things like that, were things that actually really caught my fancy. But they weren't, to me then, they weren't like the prestigious ones. It was like the science thingy, and it was just so much of prestige. I wasn't being true to myself. Yeah, like today now people would say I'll fate it, but really, what are you fating? If it's not your thing, then there's no point. Why are you disturbing your God self and stressing yourself, praying on things that you yourself, you know that this thing is not me. Anyways, during the long vacation, I started attending tutorials for art class, and eventually resumed school. I went to the ed tutor and reported myself that I'm sorry, I cannot carry on with the sciences. I would want to change, and they weren't going to hear of it, because even in that my SS1C, then we weren't a lot that passed. We were just a handful of us that passed into SS2, and so they were like, well, it wasn't like your result was great, but at least this is average. It was, you know, it's all right. You will pick up when you get peak waiting. I beg, I cannot. I can't do it anymore. In fact, going into it in the first place was just because I wasn't thinking right. God has killed me through now. Please let me just respect myself and go to where fits me. And when, anyways, they weren't going to have any of that, and it was a lot of going forth and back. I eventually got into my art class that I wanted, you know, that was more like me. The point in this story basically is that in my own case, you know, it was while I was still young, and you won't say it's I think, well, it could have been a life-changing experience for me, because if I'd carried on and, you know, I'd just pushed myself all throughout, and then I'd gotten out of school, and then it would be in my head I'm a science person, and then, you know, I probably would not really prosper in it. But God helped me. I got back my bearing very quickly and got to where really suited me. Now, bringing it back to today's life, we need to be true to ourselves. We actually need to be. See, don't let people deceive you. I remember back in those days when I got home and I told my parents that, okay, I am going to be in the science class, and my mom was like, oh, that's good, you're going to be a doctor, you're going to be an engineer, you're going to be, you know, those kind of professions that come with like a love, prestige, and, you know, everyone wants to associate themselves with success. My mom was, oh, good, and all that, and it got into my head, and I carried on with it. Really, forget about what people are saying to you. Forget about people ailing you and telling you, you can. You know in your heart of hearts what you're capable of doing, and yet you begin to pursue this dream that you know is not you. And then you get to a crossroad, you start to fate it. Personally, I don't think that is fate anymore. I think you're just tempting God. You know. You see, it's a different thing where it is what you really want to do, and then you're faced with circumstances and situations, and that's a different thing. But when you know in your heart of heart that this thing that I'm doing is not me, but I'm just doing it because you want gratification from people, you want people to say, oh, you're doing what, you know, the in thing or whatever it is, then you need to think about it. You need to weigh yourself that, am I on the right path? Let's be true to ourselves. Let's actually be true to ourselves. You see, you can deceive the next person, you can deceive everybody around you, but I think it will be very stupid of you to deceive yourself. Of course, you can't deceive God, but it will be stupid to deceive yourself. So whatever it is you're doing right now, if you know that whatever I'm saying affects you, take a pause, think about it. It is not too late to turn back and do the right thing. Just hold on, take a pause, think about it, take a U-turn, and just go to where you're supposed to be. And I pray that God will help you as you carry on. Do have a pleasant week. God bless you. Now remember to subscribe, share, and like this video. Have a pleasant week. Bye.